Hello everybody. Google's Gemini has been out for some time. It used to be called Google Bard before, and I had made a video about it last year. In this video, I'll show you some use cases of using Google Gemini that I have used personally and that you can use as well. Alright, let's get started. Now the first one is kind of minor, but it does irritate me quite a bit. So whenever I come across a Wi-Fi password like this, which has a lot of these characters that it's hard to type, I get irritated because I go to a lot of places and I travel a lot and I get these passwords and I want to keep them saved in a document in my computer. But now instead of typing it out, you can just take a screenshot or a picture of that password. Upload that image to Gemini. It's going to mention a note about your data, so you make sure that don't upload something which is super confidential. For me, it's just a network password, so it's not that confidential to me. So now I'm going to upload that image and ask, what's the network key mentioned here? And there we have our password, which is mentioned in this image screenshot that you can now just paste as a piece of text. Now this applies to any image that has some data which is tedious to type out or write yourself. So you can just upload that image and ask Gemini for that to be available to you as text. Now the next way I've used Gemini is similar to the last one, but instead of characters, I have a set of numbers that I might have scribbled on a piece of paper that I want to add up or do some other action on or to add it to a spreadsheet, but I don't want to type it out one by one. So I just take a picture of it just like that and upload it to Gemini and ask, what are the numbers mentioned here? Okay, it's getting me the right numbers, 45, 64, 34, 25, 460. And now I can say add them up. And it has added up the total to 628. Now this might appear very simple, but imagine you are working in something like logistics or some kind of job where you have to write down a lot of things with your hand and type them out later. I think this way of doing it is a lot more efficient and smooth. Alright. The next way of using Gemini is something similar, but this time I upload an image which has some text in a different language. So this one is in Swedish and I don't know Swedish, so I'm going to upload that and ask it, translate this to English. Now it does make a disclaimer that due to potential OCR errors, it might have some inaccuracies, which is valid, but it does complete the translation successfully, where it mentions that this is about a distance course or an online course, which has a test certifying the candidate on the understanding of what generative AI is. Now this piece of text is from an education company based in Sweden, which brings me to mention that today's video is sponsored by Be Licensed, a premier educator in IT and media and an official authorized training partner for Apple, Epic Games, Avid, Blackmagic Design, and CertNexus. Be Licensed offers a comprehensive suite of AI courses, all verified by the industry leader CertNexus. As an official Be Licensed partner, CertNexus ensures you're getting the most up-to-date knowledge and skills to thrive in the AI landscape. Once you graduate and pass their certification exams, you'll gain exclusive access to the Be Licensed recruiting portal. This portal connects you with potential job opportunities at companies they've partnered with before. Imagine gaining the skills and getting your foot in the door at a leading AI company. Be Licensed makes it possible. So if you're interested, I have an exclusive discount code for you. You'll find the link and the discount code in the description and the first comment below. Alright, the next way I use Gemini is to use Google Maps more efficiently. Now I get irritated when I have to type out individual places on Google Maps, but instead what I do is to enable this microphone feature on the bottom of Gemini and ask my directions directly. So here I'm going to ask, I'm looking to visit the Pier 39, but I live in the Mission District. How do I get there? Okay, and here we have a Google map directly inbuilt into Gemini, which shows me the direction from the Mission District of San Francisco to the Pier 39, which is in the north. Now, I could have gone to Google Maps directly and typed out both of these places in the map, but why do that when you have the option to use the mic to just ask it what you need and get the Google map directly? And now you can continue on Google Maps by clicking this link at the bottom where it opens up Google Maps with both of the locations that you mentioned, and now you can look up the option for public transportation or the bike lanes which can get you from the Mission District to Pier 39. Now, the next way of using Gemini is to look for public transportation options when you're traveling. For example, I was recently in Zagreb, Croatia, and I asked Gemini, I am visiting. So basically, I'm looking for something like a 7-day pass or a 10-day pass. And it's giving me all the things I need to know. For example, I have multi-day tickets which are available for 3, 7, 15, or 30 days. And I needed to know that because sometimes these options are not available based on the city. It is also telling me that I need to validate my ticket upon boarding the tram or the bus. I can also use a rechargeable card which has an option for single journeys or multi-day passes. What's the ZET website? Alright, now it has provided me the correct website that I need to use to buy the tickets. Alright, the next way of using Google Gemini is to identify some kind of fruit or object that you don't know. For example, I love lychees, but there are people who have never eaten a lychee or who have never seen one before. So what they can do is to go to the store, and if they see something interesting, for example, if they see lychee on the store and they don't know what this is, they can just take a picture of this and ask, what is this? It's telling me this is a lychee fruit. It has red textured shell and translucent white flesh. But how about if you don't know how to eat this fruit? What you can do is ask Gemini, give me a YouTube video on how to eat one of these. And since Google and YouTube are the same company, I can be guaranteed that I'm getting some good results here. Now that you know what a lychee is, you might not know where to buy one. For example, personally, I always go to Asian stores, and most of the time they have lychees if these are in season. But instead, you can ask Gemini where you can get one. For example, you can say, I live in Zagreb, Croatia. Where can I buy this fruit? And now, since Google is hooked onto Google Maps, it will tell you the stores where you can actually go ahead and buy a lychee. And all of these are shown in a nice Google map where you can go and buy a lychee right now. Alright, the next way I use Google Gemini is to summarize long podcasts that I don't have the time to watch in its entirety right away. For example, I love watching Andrew Huberman and some of his long podcasts, but sometimes I don't have the time and I want to get to some of the basic aspects that are being discussed here. For example, we have this episode about alcohol and how alcohol affects your body, brain, and health. So what I can do is to just copy this link, share, copy, and say summarize this video. But again, since YouTube and Google and Gemini are all the same company, I'm assured that it actually has proper access to YouTube and gets access to the data in this podcast to summarize this video well. Alright, the last way I want to show that you can use Gemini is to generate some images directly inside it. For example, I have been using it to generate some thumbnails for my YouTube. Generate an image of a futuristic robot, and it's going to generate some text and images directly. Wow, these look pretty good. Make it a robotic dog. Wow, we have 4 options. You can even add a piece of text on the image, say generate a robot with the word AI on it. Okay, we have a robot with the word AI generated on its chest. Let me try one with a longer name. Say, generate a robot with the words B license. Alright, that's all I have for you in this video. If you have used Gemini or Cloud or any of the chat-based tools for some unique use cases, please add them to the comment below. I hope you got some value from this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to click like and subscribe to this channel. I have a lot more videos coming up. Till the next one, thank you so much.